It's time for Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
A look at the weirdest stories from our weirdest state.
A 44-year-old Florida woman using her mother's identity to apply for hurricane aid. Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's a wild idea, but it just might work.
No.
Yeah. She was telling city employees that she looked younger because of Botox. There she is on the Mark Thompson Show booking photo scale, a 10 scale, 1 to 10. Kim, I leave it to you to rate this booking photo. People don't look their best in booking photos. I'm guessing that she is quite a lovely lady when she is in, like, going to a red carpet event. But this was more of a booking photo situation. So
I want to know how old she is versus how old her mother is.
yeah, she's 44, but you're right. The question is to how old her mother is.
She doesn't look like a lady in her 60s. Yeah.
Yeah. So she says that she almost got away with her scheme, but a city employee noticed the age discrepancy. She arrived to pick up her $8,000 check, and the city employee took notice. And she said, this just doesn't match the information on your form here. And the city employee, when she queried the woman, she was told that this woman had undergone Botox treatments that provided transformational results. That's the reason she looks so young.
I don't know if Botox is good, but it's not that good. No.
Yeah. She was arrested, and she is in custody, defrauding.
I'll give her a 7 on the mugshot.
Oh, okay. Very, very well done. She gets a 7. The Florida man arrested after going back to the scene of a stabbing of a Good Samaritan.
Oh.
A man in South Florida is in jail tonight. That's the way it reads. It's not tonight when we're doing this, but I just threw that in. It also sounds dramatic.
Yeah.
A man in South Florida is in jail tonight. Cops say that he went back to the scene of a stabbing. Bystanders chased down this dude. He has blue hair, which is always blue hair is a strong choice, I always feel. Easy to spot, though. And people said
surprised.
He was the person who harassed a waitress at a restaurant and then stabbed a Good Samaritan who tried to intervene on behalf of the waitress.
Oh, no.
The man is now facing charges of attempted murder and aggravated battery. Wow. No fun. It'll be hard to keep up that due in prison.
The blue hair is fine, but if you have stabbed someone, you might not want to linger at the scene of the crime. I mean, it kind of makes you stand out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you want to take your blue hair back home to Blue Hairsville. Florida man accused of posing as Elon Musk, defrauding an elderly woman of $250,000 after promising her a $55 million return on her money.
It sounds too good to be true.
He impersonated billionaire Elon Musk.
Oh, man.
Jeffrey Arthur Moynihan Jr. He does have an Elon Musk successful kind of name. Jeffrey Arthur Moynihan Jr. Shown there in the arrest photo. He was arrested at his Bradenton, Florida home and charged with grand theft. Operating under the guise of the SpaceX CEO, the 56-year-old businessman befriended a 74-year-old Texas resident on Facebook and began messaging her over the course of a year. The messaging started in 2023. The woman in Texas was allegedly promised $55 million return on her original investment. Her husband reportedly told investigators that she was conned out of $600,000 in total. The cops in the Bradenton Police Department were tipped off by the authorities in Frisco, Texas, who were investigating the incident. and half of the money could be traced back to banks in Bradenton, Florida. And the accounts were determined to belong to this guy, Moynihan. The woman in Texas was convinced that she had, in fact, invested her money with Elon Musk. She said that Elon would regularly brief her on how his day was going and how her investments were gaining momentum. Would even reference details from recent news stories to build a rapport and credibility. After the fake Elon built trust with her, he suggested that she invest in his business. She made several transactions over a period of time. And she transferred $250,000 to accounts belonging to this guy, Moynihan. You see his booking photo, though, Albert? That's the arrest picture, but further down, there is a booking photo.
A lot of comments that he doesn't look much like Elon Musk, except maybe for the physique.
Yes, he's got the Elon, is that the daddy, what is that called?
Beer belly? Dad bod?
Dad bod.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is his booking photo, everybody, and I wanted you to see it. And Kim, I'll again ask you to rate it on a 10 scale.
Some sideburns there.
No.
I mean, wow.
Again, I'm sure he could clean up well for the Oscars, but right now he's being booked in. So what would you give him?
I'm going to give that an 8.
Wow, she gives him an 8, man.
Image is hideous.
Yeah.
He's got quite the face. I'm going for the sideburns there. Yeah.
The investigation is ongoing, they say, and to be continued. And then lastly, there is a bonus story. The largest alligator population by state, with 1.3 million gators. In a list of states, Florida is not on the top of the list. It has 1.3 million gators, and still that's not enough to make the top of the list.
That's a lot of gators.
It's a lot of gators.
Yeah.
The top 10 gator states, you don't really get into serious gator numbers till you get to Georgia.
Uh-oh.
South Carolina's got 100,000, they're 5th. Georgia has 200 to 250,000 gators. They're 4th. 400 to 500,000 gators in Texas. Florida is only number 2 with 1.3 million alligators. The number 1 most populous state for gators is Louisiana with 2 million gators. Wow.
Don't the gators live in the bayou?
They do, like the swamp.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. Maybe that's the...
This is Casey Kasem in Hollywood.
That's right. And Louisiana this year with 2 million gators topping our survey. The fact is, Kim is right. Louisiana has all that bayou country where they like to hang out. So we have to choose a favorite among the Florida stories offered, and here they are. The woman who is 44 years old, defrauding the state from hurricane aid money, using Botox as the excuse for the reason she doesn't look like the woman of her mother's age who's on the form. She was busted as she was picking up her $8,000 check. The Florida man arrested after stabbing a Good Samaritan who was intervening on behalf of a waitress that he was hassling. He, with blue hair, this man, returned to the scene and was arrested. And finally, the man accused of posing as Elon Musk, defrauding an elderly woman of at least $250,000 after promising a $55 million return. She believed she was speaking with Elon Musk. What is your favorite? I'll turn to you, Kim.
I love that we had a little gator picture in there.
Yeah.
But
Kim,
I'm
how are
gonna
you?
have to go Botox hurricane scammer.
Botox hurricane scammer.
And the eagle-eyed clerk that recognized that something was amiss.
Yeah, that is pretty true. Yeah, had you not gone in personally to pick up the 8K, probably could have gotten away with it. But Botox beauty, to whom I say, duh, Karen Cooper says. Albert, what about you? What leads in the voting online, please?
Fake Elon is leading. I saw a comment that said felon, like a felon, but it's spelled Elon.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, but that was leading. I like the blue-haired criminal because, you return to the scene of a crime. You can't do that with blue hair. It's very Florida.
I agree. That is a little awkward. And I, too, go for the return to the scene of the crime, blue-haired felon and knife. Yeah. Well done, Albert, including the fact as to the most populous region for gators not being Florida. In America, I would have guessed Florida, lead pipe cinch. But it is, if you're just joining us, not
they
Florida.
have the Everglades. You'd think the Everglades are more vast than the swamp.
Right.
I mean, they've got ever right in the title. I mean, you'd think it would be a boundless number of alligators, but Louisiana is number one. And that is Friday Fabulous Florida.
This has been Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
Y'all come back now here.
Hi, it's Mark, and I thought that was great. Hit the notification bell. You'll know whenever there's a new video being dropped, and please subscribe to our channel to help us save the universe.